Hello friends, good morning. So let's see what to read in the Hindu newspaper today. So on the front page we have historic GST overhauling, particularly important news from the perspective of indirect taxation, GS3 economy. Go through the slabs briefly as well. What exactly is this particular reform? Very important from the perspective of 2026 prelims as well as mains. What exactly is the arguments in Supreme Court when it comes to governor's power? This is ongoing case, so we don't know the finality of the judgment yet. So just go through this particular article briefly as well. Rain fury, so flood management, again important from the perspective of disaster management. What exactly is High Court saying in case of CAPF personnel for used for domestic work? Important from the perspective of defense. Foreign companies halted India projects. So go through this particular article briefly as well. The reasoning behind it is important from the perspective of GS3 economy. On page 4 we have Rajasthan passing revised bill to check coaching centers. Important update from the perspective of again GS2. Important from the perspective of GS1 society part is this particular example of Naina Devi temple in Uttarakhand. So note down the example briefly as well. You can utilize such examples in your answers. On editorial page we have this particular analysis of judicial reforms, particularly collegium system in particular. Go through this particular article briefly. Important from the perspective of GS2. Rain and repeat, again flood management, disaster management related analysis important. India's recent maritime reforms, so important from the perspective of internal security along with GS2. Another important update is about this particular analysis here of 40% disabled persons have ID cards for benefits. Note down some data points important from the perspective of society in GS1. Should reservation exceed 50% cap? Very important analysis from the perspective of GS2, particularly in the wake of Maratha reservation agitation and those issues important. Again, India-Germany relation update is there, important from the perspective of GS2. International relations, what exactly is government planning when it comes to Anganwadis? Again, important from the perspective of GS2. Education, what exactly CJI is saying here? Again, important. You can note down his statements and you effectively utilize in your GS2 answers. On page 12, we have Health Ministry planning to ease license rules for new drugs and trials. Important update from the perspective of innovation. At the same time, GS2 as well. Private sector banks role, what exactly is for finance minister saying? Again, vital. On page 13 business page we have critical mineral related policy update. On the world page we have Chinese President Xi Jinping showing his military might, signal to the West. Important from the perspective of international relations. And US judge's ruling when it comes to Google's Chrome, important from the perspective of antitrust motions as well when it comes to India's own antitrust mechanisms in GS2. That's it, and stay tuned for daily analysis. Thank you.